What's good, people? What's good? Welcome back to 20 Talk 20. I'm your boy, Earn B.
Yo, it's your boy, King Karim.
It's your boy, Dre.
Hey, this is Steph the Arkham. We have a special guest on the podcast today. We have Party J.
What's up, people? Back
Party
in the building.
J.
Glad to see everybody again. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year. How's everything, man? It's so good to have you back.
Well. Thank you. I got the call and I was like, immediately, let's do it. Let's link up again. Let's get this show going.
Facts, man. Well, good to see you, man. We haven't seen you in a while.
Always.
Good to see everything is good on your side, man.
Yeah. Family
So,
healthy,
Steph,
everybody's good.
Yeah, man. Everybody's good here. King Karim hair got longer. It's beautiful, by the way. Everything's good over here. My beard is just getting grayer, but I'm happy.
It's all good. A little gray doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to find out the person to darken it for me all in due time. But, I'm happy. Believe me, you see my eyes. But I just want to let y'all know that Steph got a great show for us overall. So, Steph, the Oracle, what we got cooking up?
So we have wrapping up movies and shows for the year 2021. I know there's so many things that's going to be out there, but, we're going to try to see what can we concise and put everything together and bits and pieces for you.
Steph, let them know where they can find us this year.
Oh my God. So you guys already know you can find us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker Radio, Radio Public, and iHeartRadio. You guys don't forget, follow, like, and share on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at 20 Talk 20, guys.
Yeah.
Yo, if they can't find us, that means they don't love us. Because that's a lot of places.
That's not true. That's not true. No, they're going to listen, they're going to click, and they're going to follow that button, and they're going to get all the notifications on all these major podcasts. So they need to find us. Don't worry about it. They can find us.
Okay. But all I'm saying is, if you can't find us, we'll find you. Okay? Shout out to our 5 million fans. You know what I mean? But yeah, so a lot of things trending within the past week. Steph, what's going on with that?
Yes, unfortunate. Some sad stuff happening this week. Bob Saget, fortunately passed over the weekend. He was 65, and so sad. You know him for Fuller House and Full House and, America's Funniest Videos. So he's America's dad. But yeah, he sadly passed away over the weekend. They're still investigating what's going on and they still don't know. They still have to do autopsies and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, some sad stuff. Really some sad stuff.
Bob Saget, man.
Also
Wow.
Terrible loss.
Yeah.
Betty White.
And Betty White too.
99 years
Almost
old.
hit that 100. Almost hit the 100.
I feel like you got like the guy with the fishing garage. You almost got it.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry.
Car insurance?
Did money compare that to a car?
Yeah,
He wants the car insurance.
Forgive me, Betty White.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
She'll be laughing too.
Yo, to the universe, his heart is so pure, I promise you. But that was funny. I can't even help it myself. Yo, you gotta be faster than that.
Oh man, too much.
Already started right.
Oh
my God, yo. In another note, Sidney Poitier,
also another
legendary
legend.
actor.
He passed away as well over the weekend. Wow, so sad
man.
just to hear.
So Sidney Poitier, in the heat of the night, first black actor to win an Oscar.
An Oscar.
You know, trailblazer, transcender, you name it, he's done it. So I ain't gonna lie to you that we lost some core people in the entertainment world that fast.
Comedy world too, they all same. Betty and Bob,
right?
Two legendary staples in the comedy game.
Absolutely. Especially Betty White, man. She's done a lot.
Yeah.
Like a 60-year career, I believe, maybe a little bit more.
Movies, television, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. She's had her finger in everything.
The woman was on WWE and everything.
Really?
I forgot
body
she
slam.
was on that.
Damn.
You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah.
No.
The funniest shit. I forgot.
Funniest thing you ever see is yeah.
Yo, we have to get a clip on that.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
She done everything.
All I know is when I was young, I was watching The Golden Girls.
Thank you for being
wasn't?
a friend.
That's what I'm saying, though. But like, I was a kid watching Golden Girls, so
rolling back again. The
it
heart
makes you
is
think.
true.
Get us started. Don't get us started.
I know. I'm sorry.
Steph was watching The Golden Girls too.
Oh, who wasn't though? Who wasn't?
For sure.
That's the
For
thing.
sure.
Who wasn't? You know.
But that's
I learned
amazing.
Also, yeah.
That's amazing.
Bob Saget was only 21 when he was playing the dad in Full House.
No, he wasn't.
My man looks so old already, bro.
Wow, I did not know that.
I couldn't believe it. When he
Every time I watch it, I was like, he's like 40. Like, no, he was 21.
But
like,
you know what? He looked the same.
He did.
He did.
He said, Lord, at 21, stop right here with my face. Like, we good. Like,
Wow.
Yo, stop it.
Wow, I didn't know
when they
that.
announced his age and said he was 65, I was like, wait a minute.
That's what I said.
He's only 20 years older than me?
Right.
I literally
right.
go back
I thought
and
he
do
was
my calculations.
right. I thought he was like 80.
I really thought he was up there.
Come on.
80? No.
No, because I mean, he played a single dad. I didn't know he was about having babies at 21. You know what I mean? On the show. Like,
That's not unusual to have babies at 21. It's not unusual.
My man had 4 though. He had 4.
He just finished. He didn't even finish. Like he was a homeowner, college graduate, everything on Full House.
Wait, how do you get that house? How do you get that house at 21?
In San Diego?
In San Fran? No, San Francisco.
No, that money was different back then. Come on now. That money was different.
Saying,
But you gotta remember.
I thought he was like in his 40s on the show.
Was he like a newscaster or something in the show? Like,
No, he was doing Wake Up San Francisco.
Wake up, San Francisco. Yeah, he was a new like the anchorman.
So at 21, his bread was long though. 4 kids, but he still needed like 3 babysitters though.
Yeah, he's definitely doing some side hustles. How did he
Who was the 4 kids?
He did the show.
My favorite memory of
Wait. Go back. Hold on. Who are the 4 kids?
Oh, wait, hold on. My bad.
Oh, no.
It was
3
twins.
kids.
It was twins. My bad.
Yeah.
But they played the same character. Mary Kate played the same character.
I'm so confused.
You're right.
3 kids.
4 with Kimmy.
That's true.
He did have Joey in the basement, so that was another kid. So 4 kids.
Technically.
But his fucking puppets, I can't.
No, my favorite moment of Bob Saget was in Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
And he's like, he kept getting shit on, like chocolate and stuff. This shit all over my car. Oh my God. What is it? Oh. Throughout the whole movie, hilarious.
Oh man. All I know is that dude, I love Full House, man. But again, R.I.P. Bob Saget, R.I.P. Betty White, R.I.P. Sidney Poitier. They lived a great life from what we see.
Amazing life, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. So guys, let's get into it. So Steph, what are we gonna be talking about now?
Oh, we're gonna be talking about Hawkeye, and we're gonna talk about What If. We're gonna get back into Marvel. Yes. Yeah. One more time, I think.
You guys hear it?
I don't know which one is that.
That's the musical from Hawkeye.
That's the musical. Captain America.
The Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Rogers.
The opening.
Okay. We're ready.
Go ahead, Ern.
My man said sound bites. I thought he was playing us the whole musical.
I know. I'm like, come on. I'm like, let it go, bro. You can't help yourself.
When Dirty is on the 1 and 2s, yo, you can't stop him.
You can't stop me, bro.
You can't stop him, bro. Oh man. So Hawkeye, the synopsis at the end of the day was basically a young lady. After 5 years, of course, Iron Man passed away. They try to go back to living their lives, but a lot of things has transpired within those 5 years for Hawkeye. He was going through it when his family disappeared. So he had a lot of enemies within the 5-year realm, right? The 5-year situation. A young lady watches Hawkeye gets into the fight, to a serious fight. he has no superpowers. All he has the bow and arrow and the fearlessness. And then she decides to become like Hawkeye, you know? So, and that's how we get into the show. My take is the show was fantastic because it was a blessing to see that we didn't have to have a lot of CGI. And I like that a lot.
For sure.
It's not easy.
Absolutely.
It's not easy anymore to sell certain shows, you know, on a Netflix to a degree anyway. I won't say it's not that easy, but, you know, to have a good situation, you're not worried about CGI.
For sure.
King Karim, what you think?
Like you said, you know, it's the originality of the show and how they kept everything in sync with one another, you know, and they kept for me, you know, if hopefully everybody watched it, you know, they tied up a lot of loose ends of questions for everyone, you know. So, you know, and that helped a lot of understanding the whole of Marvel universe, you know, of where everybody was and what everybody was doing, and you know, for me, like I said, I gave it a good rating.
Okay, what is it?
Hold on, don't say it now. Hold on.
Okay, I'm just curious because you're like, I gave it a good one. He's gonna give us a low number. Hold
on. So, Steph, what's your take on the Hawkeye?
I think it really focuses on the connection between Black Widow and Hawkeye. I feel like a lot of it, he was like still in the grieving process. And I know Andres and I were talking about it, Dre and I were talking about it, and we were like, yo, he's like still reeling from it. And I feel like he's continuing to pay back, you know, and do all these things for her sacrifice. And he's like still dealing with it. And you see the flashbacks coming into it. And I was like, oh my God, I was like tearing up seeing it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I missed the Black Widow. I missed that story. But I got to talk about Kate Bishop. I mean, Haley Steinfeld, badass. You know, I remember seeing her from Transformers, and her the back and forth was a chuckle factor for me. Like between the back and forth, forget it. It was hilarious. And I mean, I can't speak for her. I remember seeing her in Transformers. I mean, she was great then, but I was totally impressed just with the fight scenes. And I guess my favorite has to be Maya. Coming in with the amputee, kicking ass, just kicking ass.
That's what I mean about the originality of the show.
I love that backstory. You can't play with that backstory. So for me, it was, it's just like that connection and him trying to find, you know, some sort of closing. Like I know King Karim was talking about finding those answers and tying those loose ends. And I think that's what Black Widow did. But I felt like he's grieving, you know, and trying to make up for everything that's been happening. And it was amazing. The story, amazing. I had a great time watching it.
It definitely showed him as a human, you know, compared to like the other Avengers.
Absolutely.
With the hearing aid.
His character very well.
With the hearing aid and learning sign language and, you know, and how basic of a character he really is.
Right. He ain't basic.
He's literally a normal person.
He has no powers besides
high
he's a
sense
good
of
archer.
accuracy.
Yeah.
Jay, what you take overall? What's your take?
Oh man, I really loved it. I loved how it introduced new characters, from different parts of the Marvel universe that we haven't seen yet, and how they got there. I love how it sets up pretty much like 2 different spin-offs now from the Hawkeye show itself. The action was great. Comedy was top notch. Like she said before, when you seen Kate and Florence Pugh, that comedy scene over dinner and that macaroni and cheese, that had me dying. I was dying laughing. And
the elevator scene, hilarious.
Oh man, the elevator scene when she kept trying to press the buttons and escape. Oh my God, their chemistry between them 2 girls
reminded me of how her and Natasha.
It didn't even seem scripted.
Yeah.
It seems so natural. It literally seems so natural. It's so great.
Good.
I literally can't wait to see what else is coming after this.
Down the pipeline, right?
Future Marvel projects.
Right.
I can't.
Pretty much like I think like there's like 2 or 3 Marvel shows that are coming out of this. So I can't wait to see. Can't wait.
Okay, so all I know is I was into season. I'm trying to figure out which season was my favorite. But the season that my heart said, ooh, was when I saw the Kingpin.
Kingpin is
like,
back.
I was over here like, what? I said, thank God, God is good. God is good all the time. Without God, we're nothing. I was over here overwhelmed, yo. You did not understand, man. This guy, Vincent D'Onofrio, he's a phenomenal actor, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jay. I didn't want to mess it up, but he's a phenomenal actor, yo. If nobody ever saw him on Law and Order, Criminal Intent, you need to watch a few episodes. You be like,
greatest. He was so good on that show, so good.
Oh man, and
also, he was also in Men in Black, also back in the day.
He was in Men in Black too, right?
Yeah, that was him. I already know.
Don't sleep on him.
Part one, right? When he got he
was the alien.
He was the roach guy.
The roach.
That was him.
The roach guy. Yeah.
Yeah, with the mean wall.
But my other guilty pleasure is with him in the cell with J-Lo. I don't know why. I thought that he was amazing in that movie, but I don't know if people might agree.
You're the only person that thinks that
The Cell. What do you mean? I'm the only one.
Oh, The Cell. That was so long ago, Steph. Wow, you caught me off guard with that one. You said The Cell. Sheesh. I would have to. I don't remember it too vividly, man. But all I know is they brought in some really good actors from who's been doing the damn thing forever. You got Vera Farmiga.
Yeah.
Well, I love her to death, man. She's phenomenal. Executive producer. She's done so much, but she broke my heart because again, she was a bad guy. I was like, lady, what's up with you being a bad guy in movies now? I don't know if you remember in Godzilla, like low-key, she was a bad guy, you know? So there's so much. But you guys were talking about how you guys fell in love and you guys claimed she could push over the original Black Widow, Miss Yelena.
Ain't nobody said that. Ain't nobody said that. Nobody said that.
Yeah, I didn't say we good.
Me and Kay said that. Me and Kay said we think she's gonna do justice. We think she's gonna overtake.
Oh, she will for sure.
She's gonna overtake Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's character.
Definitely.
What I said is that she can continue the legacy. Not that she's going to replace Natasha, but that she's going to continue with it.
Yeah, but
so we will forget her. Will we forget Natasha easily?
I just think because of her comedy, we might, because she's hilarious. She's hilarious. She's just as much of a badass.
Yep.
And still got that pretty face. And it's like, I don't know, man. Eventually, maybe. Everyone's still going to remember Scarlett Johansson as a staple, for sure.
Right, staple, for sure.
But she,
King Karim, help me, man.
They say legends never die, though, so...
Thank you.
Legends never die.
Do you know how she's going to die with that lawsuit to Disney, bro? That's why we got to
Yeah, they had to kill her.
Wow.
Florence Pugh, you're in.
Mr. Hanson, you good. I got your back.
They put me in
40 million. She got 40 million.
She got paid, though.
She got paid.
They really, but I mean, at the end of the day, Disney did mess up, though. It is what it is. Sure. You know, you want to get the most money out the theaters now because the theaters are open, and that was the whole situation in a nutshell. You know, so
yeah.
You know what I mean? But so rating. So I'm looking on information movie database, right? Information data movie base, however you say that. Right.
I never even heard the whole name before.
Right. Yeah. So I give it gives it a 7.7. Let's start with Steph the Oracle. What do you think for the show? What do you give it?
Solid 9. Solid 9. For sure. Highly recommend it. For sure. Because it ties up a lot of loose ends, brings back new characters, old characters. Love the comedy, chuckling the whole time. Emotional, 9 for me, for sure.
Dirty.
I give it 9 also. I love the slapstick going back and forth. And I think if we didn't have that comedy relief, I think it would have been okay. The action sequence was good. I give it a 9 only because it was only 6 episodes. They should have given us like 8 or 9, maybe 10.
Oh, should have been more.
Longer. I feel like it's longer. But I did love everything, all the characters. And I feel like bringing back Kingpin, I think it kind of is throwing a hint that they'll bring back Daredevil, and Punisher. Original characters. Character-wise.
Right. I believe
they already agreed on them. They already got the writers from Netflix to come to Disney to.
There it is. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Daredevil and Punisher. Right.
That's what I was going to ask. Then they bought them out or bought them back or however that went. Okay. King Karim.
I agree with IMDb. I give it a 7.7. I mean,
I knew he was going to give it a.
Well, yeah,
I knew he was going to give it a low
way
number.
Too short. Audience deserve more per episode. The episodes were like less than 30 minutes of 35.
Short episodes.
They were like 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah,
40 minutes.
Yeah. I give it. They deserve an hour episode.
For sure.
Yeah, but
especially if it's a weekly release, 1 hour episode. Yeah, 1 hour episode.
So you want 59 minutes instead of 37.
Yeah, 59.
Yeah, who was doing that? Like Game of Thrones was. That's why we lust for Game of Thrones every week because they used every minute of it, the whole hour, and then gave you some change.
No. We don't mention that show.
I don't even know what that show is.
We don't even talk about that show.
But all right, so let's talk about. I say
what was that? Where was that? Don't even know what you're talking about right now.
It wasn't on HBO.
Oh my God!
Breaking Bad was an hour, right?
I believe. Same thing. About 42 minutes or whatever.
Like TV hour, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got a good hour.
Yeah, but in all, I give it about an 8, because I agree with everybody, but between the 9 and between the 7.7, King Karim, you're absolutely right, man. Like, I wish it was an hour. God knows, but they did that thing where it was for 4 minutes. It was just a whole bunch of credits, or 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It's a whole lot of credits, Joe. And I was like, I had to skip to the end to be like, let me make sure they're probably going to give us a little something. But they gave us nothing, So it's cool, though. I can't get mad at it. But at the end of the day, the show was fantastic. And I can't wait for season 2. Kingpin. Man, I don't know if he's dead officially.
I don't know either.
I think they didn't show it. I think he's still alive. He's too strong to.
They didn't show it.
To be gone, and it's too much of a crucial character in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
right.
So they're gonna bring him back just for the one season. So
yeah,
they'll probably end up in the season with the chick Echo. So
one thing I did notice with the intro was similar to the Black Widow intro when you see like the girls growing up and all that stuff. So you kind of see like an animated version of Kate Bishop, being in the Olympics, being a 2-state champion, doing gymnastics and all that stuff. Seeing her being trained into martial arts.
That's a really great connection you've made. Look at that. I'm so proud of you.
Damn, man, you getting back rubs and everything, man. Great connection, man.
Going down tonight.
I think in the comic books, the Kingpin never died. Like he had a bunch of clones. He had a bunch of clones of himself.
I think it was blind. I don't think it's blind or something because it gets shot in the eyes. That's the comic book connection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't know if he stays blind or if he was just shot in the eye. I think it's like eye replacement surgery, whatever how comic books work.
Right. So that's going to be interesting to see next year. So or next season or however that goes.
2 years or so, I would say.
Okay. That's confirmed? That's how long it's going to take?
Well, because Disney has I think 3 Disney Plus shows already lined up coming out this year. So it's probably going to be like the next one after that. I don't think how they want to
what phase it is.
Coming out. Yeah, depending on the phase and stuff like that.
Phase 3 probably. I think we're in phase 2 right now.
I think we're in 4 now.
Oh,
yeah, I think we're in phase 4.
4 or 5. 4 or 5,
yeah.
They can't miss, man. All I know is good move on Disney overall. Fantastic move. So let's move on. So Steph, the Oracle, what do we got cooking for the people now?
We're going to be talking about what if. If you guys haven't had an opportunity, it's another Marvel diamond, another jewel from Disney. For sure.
Not Disney. Marvel.
No, but it's on Disney, isn't it?
Disney Marvel.
Disney
Man,
Marvel.
it doesn't
Sorry,
even
excuse me.
matter. It's just the fact that it was created.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hold on, guys.
Uh-oh. Dirty on the 1 and 2s.
Realities. Creating alternate worlds from the ones you know.
Yes, sir.
Watching. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me
I think we're good.
and ponder the question.
Hold on.
What if?
What if? End scene.
It always reminds me of that intro of Thriller.
Thriller?
Oh, with Vincent Prince. Oh, yeah. Prince and
It reminds
Fries.
me like the Twilight Zone.
Oh, Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Twilight Zone, yeah. But guys, let's dive into this. First and foremost, matter of fact, I don't want to go now. Who should I choose? Matter of fact, Dirty. You did the music. Let's dive in, man.
All
What
right.
you got for me?
Well, pretty much What If was pretty much it's stories that what if the roles were reversed with other different characters. So the main one that pretty much sticks out, what if Captain America was never Captain America and it was Peggy Carter's character? Yeah. What if she pretty much in that episode she jumped out the way. Something happened and then she pushed Captain America's character away and then she jumped into the machine.
Yeah.
And then being back in the 50s and 60s, that is frowned upon for women to be heroes. And they had a really big problem with her being a hero in the first episode.
I think it's just being...
Because she'd be a face of America, shouldn't be a woman.
Right. There you go.
So now that was like the whole what if. What if Captain America was a woman instead of a male?
And she was British, right?
Yeah, and she was British. Yeah.
So yeah, that would definitely be a problem if she was the face of America.
Right. So the whole show pretty much stemmed, like I said earlier, it's different characters. What if the roles reversed?
Different events.
Different events yeah, that changed and all that stuff. You had like a zombie episode. The Avengers became zombies. The zombie apocalypse, great episode. The one that stuck with me the most was Doctor Strange episode. And you're trying to his wife dies, and he tried to change every scenario where she stays alive. And it's like Groundhog Day. He's reliving that moment every single time.
And just
until he loses his mind and his madness. And then now we have evil Doctor Strange. So it was just to me, I was like, this should be a movie. And sure enough, I think that's what's happening now with Into the Darkness with Doctor Strange. Is that what it is?
No,
right.
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
They made up his own movie.
Drake's made up his own movies,
He says making his own movie. But I mean, I think it's me and King Karim when we first linked up, and then talking about movies and shows, especially etc. We're big Star Wars fans, so we always knew to watch the shows now because it was important because they were going to sink into the movies. They just always do now, So this is no exception, Anything that if you can remember from the movie, from the show, what if, they'll throw in there, and they did just that. And there's probably many more to come, many more. Oh, go ahead, King Karim.
I was like, wait a minute, they're just like doing alternate takes on each movie or whatever the case may be. Then the surprise came, like, wait a minute, they didn't introduce it as the multiverse. Mm-hmm. So like when you originally start watching it every week, you're like, oh, okay, every week's a different, it's just a different show. Not knowing that they're all tied together, kind of, what I mean?
Right.
So they hit you with the zinger at the end, the last 2 episodes, like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? You know what I mean? They're all tied together. And it's all one story. I originally thought it was individual stories or individual shows.
Right.
They shout out to Marvel, with the keeping everything keep everything secret.
Right. It was a good move because I agree with you. I thought it was like everybody got, and then the end was like, oh wow, they got a band together to make this happen. Oh, okay. And it's Marvel doesn't miss except for Eternals. But anyway, let's go with. I would
It's
say
premiering
Jay.
tomorrow, so we're gonna waste a little bit of time on that just to watch it. Okay, just letting you know it's on
Okay.
Disney tomorrow.
So I would say Jay. So, but Steph, what was your favorite episode?
Oh, I liked the story with Black Panther as Star-Lord. I really liked that story. Yeah, I
I thought it
did.
was cheesy.
Oh,
Me
no,
too.
I think it was just me because, I love his character and the T'Challa, and he passed. And to hear his voice kind of reminiscing. And it's just like, I thought it was like one of the good ones. The zombie one?
The zombie was the best.
The zombie one was
Doctor Strange.
and
episode.
Doctor Strange episode. I would have to say like between those. But
Even
I really
the first episode.
Yeah,
first episode was great too. But
Right.
I really liked the Black Panther story. I just thought it was really good. That's all.
Yeah, I love I ain't gonna lie to you. I love the What If zombie episode because that was just crazy. Every time when I saw the zombies started appearing, I thought about what's that famous TV show that's on like it finally finished.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah, it finally finished, and I was like, that was genius
Why
right
is
now.
it like that?
Oh, my bad. No disrespect to The Walking Dead. It was one of the most popular, TV shows. But again, I'm not
It
into
went
the
too long.
Yeah, you see,
Too long.
I'm
When should it have ended? Like when should it have ended?
It shouldn't have Walking Dead. It should have made so many filler episodes. It made it like stretching out stories that didn't need to be stretched out. Like it was just. I stopped watching it so long before it ended because it was just so bad. It just got so boring. Characters I didn't care about. Storylines that were pointless to the whole
Everybody gotta get
entirety of everything. That's why all of them left and got killed.
What kicker is that?
He said everybody got to get paid.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, listen, it ain't wrong. It ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong.
You gotta get killed. That's out of the contract.
It's hilarious because some of these guys get like, if you don't know nothing about TV and how people get paid, it's not the same as movies, obviously, right? So some guys, there's one person that's probably getting 50 per episode or whatever, and then there's another guy or woman who's getting 250 per episode.
Yeah.
So they probably said, "Yo, did y'all promise this guy 20 million?" Like, all right, we need 5 more seasons because we messed up somewhere, And maybe it did happen, maybe it didn't. Who knows? But all I know is I wasn't into it like that. But I did love what they did with the zombie episode, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. King Karim, your favorite episode?
I got the one, the Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, right?
Was it Doctor Strange? No, actually, the one where the robot got super strong, broke through the glass. Vision, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that the end? Wasn't that the Doctor Strange episode?
I think it was,
No,
it was the
I
last.
think it was 2 episodes.
No.
Yeah,
That was a different one.
Yeah, he when and it kind of made sense. Like when he caught the like, wait a minute, there's someone else higher than me. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh shit. That's when the zinger hit. Like, oh crap, everything is tied together.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That was really when the Watcher came in. He interfered at that point, right? Because
Really?
he wasn't supposed to, right?
A little bit, yeah, he did.
I think so,
Yeah,
right?
but there was one of the episodes where I think Doctor Strange was looking out into the sky. Why don't you help me, huh? Help me fix this.
Right.
But then in the background, he's like, I can't intervene. I'm just watching doing stuff that actually has to happen.
The creeper.
Yeah.
He did look like a creep, though. He was like, I love the part
peeking
when
through the mountains and shit.
right.
No, but every episode you see him behind. It starts off like you see like the pair of eyes in the sky or somewhere behind the mountain or something. It's funny. Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine being in bed and just being in your sheets and you're watching in the dark and you just see a big ass head in the background? You'd be like, oh, what are you doing back there? Just come out. But it was funny though. You know what was funny to me about the zombie episode? All the powers that like the Scarlet Witch had, all she had to do was just get bit. And it's like, I'm a zombie now. And it was like, bam, that's it. That's all it took for you to cross over and like have no power and no control. I don't know. I kind of noticed that at the end of the day, and it was just like, oh man. But that was really my favorite episode, man, because they had to keep going. They just couldn't stop, and that was pretty dope. You know, there's so much to cover with that one. But let me ask you this though: what do you think, besides the Doctor Strange, right? Out of that, all of those episodes, what do you think they could throw into the next movie with Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange movie coming up. What do you think? What pieces do you think they could take and say, you know what? Since everybody knows it's going to be Doctor Strange versus Doctor Strange, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. What can we take and bring in from the what if? What do you think you're going to see a little bit more along with the what if? Besides, of course, you know, Scarlet Witch, of course, you know, you see her there too. But what can you take and what can you add in the Doctor Strange movie? That might surprise us.
Agent Carter, to be honest. Captain Carter.
Really?
They might add Captain Carter. I think so. I've heard rumors that she might be in there. And then the alien that she fights, Shumagora, that was a big Easter egg that they might throw him into that Doctor Strange movie as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if those two things show up in that movie.
See? I didn't think about her at all.
Yeah.
At all. So that would be interesting. Anybody else? Anybody else? King Kareem?
I mean, you're saying that who could, what else they could throw at us for Doctor Strange's movie?
Yeah, who would surprise us overall? Because Party Jay said,
Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
As Captain America.
You think so? Yeah. You think that would happen?
I think that's the whole point of the movie, the multiverse. I think everything from the what if could be in his movie.
Wow.
That's what you guys were talking about before, for sure.
Yeah, I thought if that's what you're asking me.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, that's what I think that, and they could bring anything from what the what if series into the multiverse of madness.
Man, if that happens, this movie will be insane. Like, I don't know about y'all, like, besides the Avengers when Thanos took over and kicked everybody else's butt, you know, Doctor Strange to me was a phenomenal movie. I don't think he gets his roses.
No, Doctor Strange, the movie was amazing.
It was amazing. Doctor Strange.
But a lot of people don't scream it out as much as, you know, like I said, like, okay, let me ask you this real quick. If you guys could do it. All right. We'll start with Party J. Chronological order from best to worst.
Of the what? Sorry.
The Marvel movies.
The best one? I'll give you my top 5. It's easier that way. I'll give you my top 5 is definitely Endgame, Infinity War, No Way Home, then probably Civil War, and then maybe Winter Soldier.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think those were my top 5. I always had Iron Man, the original Iron Man, up there just because it was literally how it started all.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude. So that was always in my top 5, but like with Infinity War and Endgame coming out and the new Spider-Man movie kind of dropped it down a little bit.
Okay.
I definitely have, what else do I have up there? Guardians of the Galaxy was definitely, I think, up there as well. Black Panther, you got to give credit, at least the top 10 is a very good movie.
But I don't talk about Captain Marvel. Because
Captain Marvel wasn't that good.
Yeah, Captain Marvel wasn't that great, but I really like Doctor Strange though. I really like
Doctor Strange. Is definitely one of those movies I think I probably have to revisit to actually give you a concise answer. Yeah,
you see,
one of those I haven't seen it forever. I've probably seen it maybe once or twice since it came out, and that's about it really.
That's because so much time has been passed in between.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's just how the Marvel universe works in that segment. Like if you're doing in these phases, you know, you want to make sure that everything goes in that chronologically order, but it's so hard to track and make sure everything works and fits together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you see I forgot about, you know, Doctor Strange. And it wasn't because we didn't love it. It was just it was... It's just been so long since we gone out. Yeah.
So much greatness. Steph, the Oracle, we're going to stick with you. Your top 5.
I'm gonna have to go with Jay on that. I have Endgame. Definitely Infinity War. I really liked Thor. I like Thor.
The first one?
I really like the first one. The second one, not so much.
The third one was really good too.
I know. It's okay. You know why? Because I didn't watch it.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I apologize. You're right. The second one, the second one. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And then
Made three already.
Shang-Chi. I really like the Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Oh,
I love Shang-Chi.
Yep.
Like me and the kids, we love Shang-Chi. And I was just like,
Yeah,
it was
really
like,
good.
it was incredible fight scenes, stuff like that.
Martial arts.
Insane.
Okay.
And then what else? What else would be another one? Trying to think. So many. I put Doctor Strange in there too. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So look, I know it's a lot to think about. We'll revisit that. So far, we got 2 out of 4. All right. So all I know is What If, to me, overall gets... It's hard not to give it a 10, but nothing's perfect in life, correct? So
Correct.
I'll give it a 9.9. Okay, no, I'm lying. I'll give it a power 9. I'll give it a 9. Because you guys hate when I do the 9.5 and all. And
Yeah, we don't know where you get your points from,
We don't
bro.
get that half points for.
Keep it
so
simple.
I give it a 9. King Karim, what you give it? This is what I'm trying to hear right now. This is everybody.
He said he gave a 7.5.
No, I give it. I don't know.
7.8.
There was a few slow episodes that didn't pull me in like that, and I'll probably give it a 7.
Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
7 out of 10. Yeah.
Yo,
There were some slow episodes.
a 7 though?
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Not even like a solid 8.
Not yet. No.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
What about you, Jay?
I kind of agree with him, to be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna give it a 7, but definitely like an 8.5. Definitely some low. Like the Thor party episode was like whatever to me.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about that episode.
Yeah, it's definitely an episode to the forgetting itself. So it's definitely an 8 for me. I'll definitely give it like an 8. I'll give it a solid 8.
I can't say every episode pulled me in, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But Doctor Strange one, 10. All the episodes like a 5 or 6.
What?
Yeah, so you average it out, it's probably like around like a 6 or 7 for me.
Brutal. Okay.
Brutal.
That is
Like,
brutal.
like I said, not enough episodes.
9 wasn't enough.
I think it was like 6, right? Same thing, 6.
It was only 6 episodes?
I think it was like
No.
6. Was it 6 episodes?
8
8.
episodes, yeah.
Yeah, 8 episodes.
Maybe 4 were more memorable. So I mean, they're half and half. Again, like half good episodes. But remember, season 1, they're coming out with season 2, and you know season 2 is going to be way better. I'll tell you that much right now.
Okay. Steph?
I give it a solid 9. I'll give it a solid 9. Yeah.
Steph, we're here.
Yeah, I give it a solid 9. It was
Connect,
good.
yeah.
It was. I mean, it was good enough for me to say yeah, and it opens up a lot of possibilities for other shows, and for season 2 is going to be amazing. So I'm like, it was good. I really enjoyed it. So
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to argue with nobody who's giving out 7s. So let's move on. So one of my favorite shows that I don't know if you guys are going to agree with, but we've all seen it. It was just a heartwarming, over the top of a show. It is Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Hello, coaches. Thank you for the opportunity. You are a spirited fella, Danny. Just go on out there and make some striking spots for us, okay? Just like back in Guadalajara, you say, I do it, coach.
I do it, coach.
Football is life.
Football is life.
I'm just a little sidebar here was Donnie Rojas was the bartender. I don't know if you've seen the end of Venom, or it was at the end of
No Way Home.
No
Way Home.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know, so supposedly he's gonna be the Carnage or whatever the case may be.
It remains to be seen.
Remains to be seen. Yeah. So
Remains to be seen. Yeah. it will be interesting is why he will be the Carnage. But we'll circle back all of that all in due time. But Ted Lasso, guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. This show is awesome. The show is awesome. Man, I just want to hear King Karim's rating already, so I could be like, this
We're gonna give that shit a 6.
Tell us about it.
You're gonna give this thing a 6.
So look, it's funny because the synopsis is this. Basically, an American football coach who knows nothing about football, aka soccer plus Americans, right? Knows nothing. The owner of the owner of the team decides to say, "Yo, I hate my husband, my ex-husband, so much. I'm gonna destroy this guy's team that I own now and try to sell it by hiring an American football player to coach soccer." So already I was like, what? Then I said, who created this show? I had to tap into it and take a look. You know, Jason Sudeikis had something to do with it. If you don't know who he is, you've been living under a rock. Saturday Night Live legend. You know, so and that show takes that part, and then it just didn't stop. You know, to me, it was just pure energy, pure goodness, pure hilariousness. As AK would say, King Karim would say, what reeled him in again, Steph? Was it the accent?
Accents.
So let's start with King Karim. King Karim, why did you like this show?
The micro stories.
Okay, give us one.
The love story with man, I don't know his name, with him and the older player and the girl and the young and the news report, or some kind of
the news reporter,
the publicist or whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah,
Keely.
Keely.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie?
Keely and Roy.
Player.
Oh, Jamie was the player. The player. Right.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Keely and Roy.
Yeah, hilarious. That micro story is hilarious.
Roy.
Yeah, that dude could not stop cursing, y'all. It just didn't stop with he couldn't help it. My God.
All those soccer movies against curse.
No, I think it's a lot of the European, like UK shows. They're very based on like the potty mouths.
Yeah,
they potty mouths. So it is what it is. But I mean, hilarious.
That micro story was amazing. Yeah, I love the other story with the ex-husband and the owner. You know, it's just you know just all of it coming together and put it into one big story, and how they all. And the coincidences, you know, and how everything affects each other on the whole Ted Lasso show. You know, and when things like that happen, magic happens and it pulls you into the show. Like, yo, like I said, like you actually felt like you was in England and this shit was real. Like, right. Like this was actually good. Like this was actually going on.
Because it was. It was so good.
Right, I agree. It was just pure. It was pure genius. You know, it's one of those shows where you say mix this up with this situation, and let's just see what happens. You know, and this is what this is. You know, again, a guy goes across the world, doesn't know a sport, and say, let's see what happens. Like in real life, that doesn't happen ever.
Right. No. And I think it just gives, you have to tip your hat off to Jason Sudeikis for taking that role and just turning it upside down on it. I mean, he was so relatable on so many levels. He was the type of person that was trying to be positive all the time. He was suffering in silence, going through a divorce, leaving his child, having the panic attacks, and the anxiety anxiety just made him more human. And it's just like, we're not perfect, but he was perfect for this role. Amazing.
Right. Doesn't that show win a lot of awards?
Yeah.
I mean,
like 7.
Man. It's one of those shows like, I don't want to see it. And then once I work, people start recommending, you got to watch Ted Lasso. You watch soccer? I'm like, no. If you do, you got to watch Ted Lasso. You watch soccer, you got to watch Ted Lasso. So,
you don't have to watch soccer.
No, but everyone's referring because everyone loves football, soccer. Oh, if you love soccer, watch this show. You know, so that was like the whole thing.
No, but that's what makes this show so good. You don't have to like soccer or watch soccer to appreciate this show.
Everyone just kept, you gotta watch this. Everyone kept saying, you gotta watch this. I'm like, I don't know. And here we are, a year later, we gave it a try. We knocked out both seasons.
What's King Kareem said? We bodied that.
And it was just hilarious. It was so funny. Just the humor. Like Ansar says, King Kareem says, the whole micro stories. Everyone's relatable. You see how everybody's how everyone deals with life differently, right? And how they deal with situations differently.
Yeah,
with divorces, like I was reading and stuff like that.
One article,
it was just great.
One article says it's not based on a true story, but it draws from real life inspirations. And like you could be like, yo, that shit is real. Like, yo, the whole Roy's love story
for real
is so real.
Yeah, but then also Roy, he's the aging athlete.
Asian athlete.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the one that's about to retire. You have all these new guns coming in, being cocky and selfish and all this stuff. And he's the one that has to like bring him back down to earth. I used to be you. This is how things are done. Right on, you know, when you get to my age. It's all about team effort instead of being the selfish player that always wants the ball all the time.
Well, what also pulls me in is like you know, it's not a sitcom, but it feels like a sitcom. You know what I mean? Like
it's not considered what is it considered?
I don't know. I don't think it's considered a sitcom. Like I don't think
is it a dramedy?
Maybe a dramedy.
It might be a dramedy, yeah.
Yeah, because
a lot of elements. Yeah, there's a lot of elements for that.
No, I don't think it's considered like a Full House or or like a regular TV show, like like
a Big Bang or like a Seinfeld type stuff.
Yes, yeah. I don't think it's not in that category.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a dramedy.
It's a dramedy, right? I think a lot of it surrounds it by Apple TV too, because I think the styles of Apple TV are very different from a lot of the other streaming services. Like a lot of the shows are very unique in Apple TV that like if you need to sit down and watch them, like, whoa, like this shit is amazing, mate. I got to take a look at this.
Yeah, it's a comedy. I'm looking at it right now on the Apple TV category. It's on the comedy.
Yeah.
It was a comedy show, yeah.
Okay. I mean, in the Wikipedia it says comedy drama. But either way, the show was amazing. My take was, you know what, Steph? What was your favorite part? What was his favorite moment in it? I know there's a few.
There's so many. I think for me was when the realization of him realizing his panic attacks. I relate on that level. And him trying to like go through it and the whole psychiatry and that to me, like I connected to that a lot. And it's just him trying to rediscover himself and trying to find things and find the positivity and things like that. That was for me like the turning point. I think what really made for me for the episode, because it just made him more real. It just made him so relatable on so many levels for me. Anyway, but I love the end scenes with when he's in the locker room and he's giving those pep talks. Like you can't go wrong with those pep talks. So that for me was always
and that was for me was how I related because I played sports growing up.
Right.
Our coaches used to give us speeches like that all the time. Like all these in the moment speeches. You got to go out there and take it and win it. Go out there, go have fun. You my boy, Blue.
Dirty is have fun, but y'all better win this damn game.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Your ass is running laps after the game.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But yeah, that's awesome. So my favorite part, bottom line, is when they introduce Rebecca Welton. If you don't know who she is, man, you better get to know her, man. She's the owner of the football team. And she's bad. I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. She's beautiful, y'all. And my man Sammy bagged her. If you don't know who Sammy is, he's the one who played he's the black football player who Africa was scouting for him, basically.
Okay.
They was trying to take him.
Oh, that's that micro story that they were texting to each other, and then we didn't even know that they were texting each other. That was a great storyline.
The final meet was everything to me, and then they turned around and looked at each other like, "Nah, is this?"
Just pointing fingers.
Let's just go eat because this is hilarious. You know what I mean? But it was dope because, they're both searching for true love, a real situation. And, for a minute there was really going to fall back. Like, nah, it might not work. And it's like, give it a try. Like, what could happen, So, very happy.
Like, I like the twists because it made it seem like Ted Lasso was going to get involved with the owner.
No, that's what you wanted.
I thought that too.
That's what you wanted.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one because they kept texting. He's always on the phone.
Absolutely.
And then we had that twist when she was communicating. So Jay, the owner was communicating.
Okay.
She was part of this online dating chat.
Got you.
And then, so one of the players, he was like the rookie player. He was also in that chat in the dating app.
Okay.
So they had similarities. So throughout the whole show, Ted Lasso was always on his phone, like sending her text messages. So it made it seem like he was because he was on the app also, on the dating app. So it made it seem like he was texting her the whole time through the dating app, not realizing it was the football player, the soccer player that was texting.
Texting each other.
The owner.
Yeah, that was funny though.
Finding true love and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
And
was
it turns out
funny.
they ended up getting it on too. That was funny.
Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie. He was kissing her like, yo. It looked like he said that when they said, all right, guys, cut. He looked like he said, Sammy dropped the accent and said, yo, what's really good, though? Like, what's popping for real? Because he was kissing her like it was real business. But just to let you know, Hannah, her real name is Hannah Winningham. She's a phenomenal actor. If you guys don't know, overall, she's done so much work. She was in the Game of Thrones.
Yep.
We're not mentioning that show again. Why you keep mentioning the show that has no name? What are you talking about? What show is he talking about?
I was gonna see if I can slide that in with no problem. But okay.
She was the nun that was bringing Cersei down to the Walk of Shame.
Right, but she is. But she done so much more. But she is sensational.
We're talking about plot points that don't exist. So look.
Gotcha.
There's all theoretical stories.
Got it.
Perfect.
But guys, real quick, so let's dive into what we give it. What ratings? Let's start with Steph.
10. Give it a 10.
Steph,
Amazing.
Nobody's perfect. Steph, nobody's perfect.
Okay. 9.5.
Ain't no .5s here, man.
9.5.
No. Straight up 10 for me. 10.
9.5.
I give it 10.
It was a feel-good story from beginning.
10?
I give it a perfect 10, bro.
Feel-good story.
It gives you everything.
It gives you
good.
Everything, beginning to
Emotions.
end. Emotions.
Laughter. It has everything.
Everything. It was good. It was so good. So good.
Uh-oh, you see King Kareem's face? His face
He's
says
ready
it all.
to second my 10.
I give it a 9, bro.
That's high. That's the equivalent of a 10 for him. So don't even say no.
So that's
the
technically a
equivalent.
10.
All right, so we got 20 now. We got 20.
I'd take it because that 9 is the equivalent of a 10.
I couldn't go to sleep. I with the sunrise and set with me watching that show.
So that means it's 10?
When the sun rise?
And I said, no, the sunrise and set with me watching that show.
Wow.
That's how in depth like the micro stories pulled you in.
So why not a 10?
So yeah,
Nothing's perfect. Yeah, I mean,
So annoying.
Hello, coaches.
You are a spirited fella, Danny. Go out there and get the striking spot for us, okay? Just like us in Guadalajara, you say, I do it, coach. Football is life.
when he kicked the dog, when he kicked the ball and killed the dog.
Oh no!
I couldn't stop laughing. You know? I laughed like 2 episodes after that. Like I couldn't. It was that whole.
But you know what the whole messed up thing was that he got really traumatized about it.
That's how they keep it real.
Oh my God. Boy, I felt so bad for him.
And what that was great because what made that so good is like Steph was saying about Ted Lasso's character, that being so positive, but you don't see somebody struggling inside. You just don't see it. You're like, this person, they come so
suffering in silence. They suffer in silence.
Right. So when he kicked the ball into the dog, it's like that's just the one thing that
Made him
you
snap.
know that could drop him. Oh, that could snap. Yeah, yeah. You know.
Laughing about the dog.
Oh man. But I give this. You know what? I agree. I give this a 10. I don't know how they give it a. So on information movie database, they give it an 8.8.
IMDb?
I don't see
No, I'm
why.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I don't see how they give it an 8.8. I would read into it.
8.8 is a 9. You round that up to
I was
9.
gonna say, yeah. I was gonna say it's probably
Dude.
like Ansar's 9 is literally a 10, bro. That's what you're gonna get.
You know, but you got to listen to this though, real quick before we move on. Somebody gave this a 3 out of 10, and they wrote not funny. They wrote, I watched 2 episodes. I barely laughed. Another show trying to be half serious, half funny. I miss
serial killer, bro. My man's a serial killer.
He didn't give it a chance.
My man,
It's 4 seasons.
my man has no emotions.
It's a lot of it's a lot to take in.
That's pure madness, y'all.
It's unfair
like 3
to
out of
kind
10?
of it's kind of unfair to make that rating if really didn't go into
It's a paid
10.
rating.
It's a paid rating.
It's a paid rating.
Unbelievable, y'all.
I mean, I haven't seen the show, so like what all you guys are saying, it seems like a show I must check out. And I guess I
Got
gotta now,
to, Jay.
'cause
You
it's
gotta check it out, bro.
I waited a year and a half to see it after season 2, so
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to jump on it now.
yeah. So I bodied the whole thing in like 2-3 days. We knocked it
Bodied
out.
it.
Amazing, yo.
The
Amazing.
weekend we bodied it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was that simple. It was that simple. So let's move on. Steph, what is the last show we're gonna talk about tonight?
We're gonna be talking about Cobra Kai. If you didn't know, it came out literally
I think what I meant to say.
the last day. Ooh. It literally came out the last day of 2021 on December 31st. So if you guys didn't have an opportunity to see it, go body it. Cobra Kai season 4.
Wow.
They made 4 seasons of that show from a Karate Kid, and just
Who would have thought?
continued it from like generations to new generations, just telling new stories. It's just wild.
Oh, don't get it twisted. It started on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. I remember season one was on YouTube, right?
Yeah. So I mean,
Season one was on YouTube.
these guys blew it up on YouTube,
Yeah,
and I'm
And
like,
YouTube dropped it.
and the push.
YouTube.
And yeah,
YouTube dropped them.
They done
bad move,
fucked up.
bad move.
Netflix is like the stock market. They're buying them on the low. You know what I mean?
Right.
Scooped them up. Exactly.
Yeah, the Netflix is like the stock market. They're buying when it's low, and then when the stocks go up, they make all that money back on Cobra Kai.
Netflix know what they doing.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Like, because you know, YouTube was doing the YouTube Red, where they were starting doing their own shows. You know.
Yeah.
But oh man, I don't want to call them a moron because that would be unfair. So I'll just say
That's like them
nothing.
selling all their Bitcoin 10 years ago. You know what I mean? they sold all their
The
Bitcoin.
market's down anyway, man. Man.
No, it's gonna bounce back up.
I
Believe
know.
that.
I'm crossing fingers. That's the hope.
Okay.
Money.
So let me ask you this: what caught your eye? What caught your attention? Or what episode caught you overall in Cobra Kai this time around in the final season?
It's not the final season.
I heard it was the final season.
Is
No,
it?
no,
No, it's not. It's
Not
keep
that I-
going.
Oh,
Not
it
that
is.
I know.
It's season
Really?
5.
No,
Yeah.
here's my beef. I want to ask Krim because when we had a last conversation, he said that this story is getting old already because it's the same thing. We're going back to the tournament. We're gonna have another fight, and this is it. I want to hear what he has to say.
It is, some of it is getting a little repetitive, but what's good about repetitive is like, the show is a quick watch. 30-minute episodes, is 30 minutes is enough to keep you interested for 30 minutes and then you can move on. You know what I mean? And like season 4, they had, what's his name? Danny Russo and
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, and the other guy, what's his name? Cobra
You know what?
Kai.
I never know that guy's name. I'll look it up now as we speak.
Johnny Lawrence.
You mean his name in real life?
No, Johnny
His name in
Lawrence,
real life or just?
Ken, the one who plays Ken, right?
Johnny Lawrence.
Ken and Ryu, the one who plays Ken.
Ken Ryan versus Akuma.
Right. His real name is William Zabka.
What is it?
William Zabka.
Yeah.
See, I never knew that last name. That's my first time hearing that last name in over like 30 years. You're welcome, Mrs. Zabka.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, it brings them to trying to work together to take over.
I think what I meant to say.
I mean, should cut you off.
Andreas, man, come on.
I'm sorry, man.
I like Johnny Lawrence. You know, his character is real original. You know, like he and like his like his quirkiness is what makes the show work for me. You know, so it kind of like his character pulls you in. You know, him not knowing how to use the internet, he still thinks he's in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, he still thinks he's in the 80s.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And that aspect of the show is what kind of keeps me drawn to the show.
Yeah, does a good job at it too.
Yeah, because
and it's relatable because there's a lot of people that still can't use cell phones.
Right.
Don't know how to use the internet.
Don't know how to use the internet.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Well, what was that season when he was like, "What's Facebook?"
What's Facebook? Yeah,
it was like
face page. Yeah,
like what?
And then what happened when he did discover it? My man was on pause.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, show. Dirty. What was your take? What was your favorite episode in this season 4?
I would say towards the end, like the whole the expo, the tournament.
Okay.
I felt like this season, because we kind of bashed it when season 3 with the whole fighting. It was like felt like choreographed, and this time they gave us like real hard cutting, like martial arts. It was like really like it was like authentic. It looked like legit. Like they kind of like practiced a lot just to give us good scenes. Because that whole scene in the house when they were fighting, it was just like too cheesy. Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
So this season they kind of like did it up with the martial arts, and it was like really good. And just
yo, my man Miguel almost broke his back again, bro. Like, get out of here with that.
It just like reminiscent of like the tournament when we original Karate Kid. You know, like it was just almost like that.
Right.
And I thought Miguel was gonna bust out the kick, like or the door was gonna bust out the kick. You know, like to give like pay homage to the first Karate Kid, but it didn't happen.
The whole series is homage, bro. No. The whole series is homage. No.
One day, not yet.
Not yet, but one day that kick is gonna come
I
out.
don't think so.
it came on already.
What with the daughter?
No, I think he used it in one of the first seasons. Cobra Kai used that kick. He taught them. Johnny
But nobody really used it in the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Oh my god, with the eagles flying. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So overall, this show was something to watch though. King Kareem, you said that it was an easy watch.
Easy watch.
You breezed right through it.
Through it, yeah. 30 minutes, you didn't lose interest. The characters are growing up. You see them maturing. You know, there was another show that Stranger Things. You know, they started off as young kids and now they're growing, they're getting older. Same thing, same synopsis. And Cobra Kai, they're getting older, they're going, you know, becoming seniors in high school or whatever the case may be. You know, and you know what? Another thing about a good show is that when the characters grow and you grow with them. You know, you see them mature, you see them, you know, the emotions change and everything else, how they're growing as a character, and you know that's hopefully season 5, you know, keeps up that energy.
Right. Like it's special to see that, man. Because nowadays, if you really think about it, there's not a lot of actors, child actors, you know, or really young actors who are making it past a certain age in the acting world. You know, it's not like back in the day, like Drew Barrymore. She started acting like at 4 years old, you know, in E.T.
Right.
You know, and she never stopped. And it was just like, oh shoot, like you're really doing it from 4 years old till now or whatever, you know. So and I could see a couple of characters here who look like they appear they're going to be making it for a really long time. For an example, what's the young kid name who plays Miguel Diaz? His name is Zolo.
Yeah, Cholo. Like Zolo.
Right?
Yeah.
Zolo, I got to give him his flowers right now. Zolo Mariduana. Steph and Dirty, come on. I should know this with no problem. That makes me chopping this guy's name.
What that got to do with me?
Mexicans, only Mexicans use XLs and O's in the first
What are you saying, bro? You silly, yo. You crazy.
I thought y'all have been able to help me out and save me just now.
Cholo Menedona, something like that. Like, this is the last name.
Mariduena.
Mariduena. Cholo Mariduena.
Okay, so
there it is.
You don't have
Save
to
me
kill
after, but it's all good.
Side note: they say he was going to be the Blue Beetle for DC.
Right, exactly. That's what I wanted to mention. So is that Rumorville?
Rumorville.
Yeah, it's Rumorville.
He'll be perfect. Like, there's no need to shy away from finding another actor. But, overall, what do you guys give this show? I didn't see it yet again. So let's start with Steph.
You didn't see any of the seasons, or you just
No, just this season right here.
You just didn't see this season?
No.
I give it an 8. Solid 8.
Okay.
Because I kind of was with King Kareem on this. Like it does get a little bit repetitive, but again, it is half an hour. It's a quick watch, keeps you entertained. And Johnny with the quiet. They're going through the training scenes again and stuff like that. So it's just it's very reminiscent. So yeah, definitely.
That's gonna happen eventually, right?
Yeah, of course. It's to be expected.
Okay. Dirty.
Same thing. Saying pretty much everything King Kareem said and Steph said. Like I said, it's getting now. We're like, what direction are they going to take it?
Yeah, at this point,
we brought back the
tournament.
The other coach. His friend that he saved in the war and stuff like that. I forgot his character's name, but
Johnny Silver, Terry Silver.
Yeah, Terry Silver.
Terry Silver.
So they brought him back. Now you see that he's going to take over now the studio.
He's sneaky, slimy. He's a scumbag.
He's the
bro,
version of Tiger Showman. Open up franchises everywhere.
Scumbag, yo.
Tiger Showman.
Yeah, don't disrespect Tiger Showman like that, man.
Man trying to Tiger Showman Cobra Kai.
Man, I wanted to join Tiger Showman when I was young, man, but that joint was expensive.
I did it for a little bit.
I did it for a month too. I did it for a month.
I did it too. You get the free uniform and the free month, bro.
Yeah.
So what's the
the Halloween costume one year afterwards. The Halloween costume one year.
So did every sensei had like a ponytail? What about you, Jay? What do you think, Jay?
He said Tiger Showman.
What do you think, Jay, of Cobra Kai?
From what I watched, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. 8 sounds like a good number. The tournament at the end was pretty cool. I liked it. I was watching my mom message, so it was entertaining enough. It was good. And like I said, basic word for it is it's an easy show, easy watch, entertaining. It does the job.
Yeah.
What do you give it?
8 is a good number for it.
8. Okay, that's pretty cool. But that's dope. So again, that's a show I'm going to watch, and I'll give a quick feedback in a couple of weeks. So guys, we before we leave, Steph, you already know we got to give a little bit about a little bit and what's going on with a little bit of funny.
I would like to send this over to King Kareem, because King Kareem is the king of this segment. So King Kareem, I want you to take over for me, please.
King Kareem, aka Soundbite.
So, I'm not a fan of the police, but this makes me even more not a fan of the police. You know what I mean?
Start it again. I'm sorry. Go to the part go to the favorite part of my show, funny time.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
And,
sorry.
I just gotta say, I'm not a fan of police, but this makes me even more not of a fan of the police. You know what I mean? Because the LAPD, instead of responding to a call, they were responding to the call of Snorlax, the Pokemon.
You got to rave, man. You got to rave.
Yeah. So basically, some police officers were fired because they were playing Pokemon Go during a call, and the officer was just trying to catch Snorlax.
Yeah.
So he got the call, but he got the wrong call. So that's that. I just don't see, like, people are in distress, and you got your oath going on, and say like, nah, I got to do this first. You know what I mean?
As the avid Pokemon Go player, catching the Snorlax
is it that real? Is it that real, bro?
I don't know what Snorlax. I don't know what the hell it was doing, but that shit ain't nothing. You catch it anywhere, anytime.
Bro, we were in Mexico. These motherfuckers are playing Pokemon Go in Mexico.
We're in the case you mean my boy trying to catch like the local
all the boys at the resort looking for shit.
Yeah.
For Snorlax, come on, man. I can see if it's like a legendary, one of the legendaries or something like that. But for Snorlax, come on, man. You put a shame to our Pokemon Go players right now.
Not one, but two officers.
Stop it.
These dudes.
The story is that they were fired because they ignored a call of a robbery to play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
How did they find out that they was playing Pokemon though?
Yeah, that's. Oh, duh. The body cam.
Yeah.
So it was like
the only way.
So they was
holding it in front of their phone like this.
Yeah, like this. Fucking holding it.
Trying to catch that fucking Snorlax while it crashed the car. Did they crash the car? What happened?
Yo, it says here, they ignored the call requesting backup to respond to a robbery at a nearby Macy's, then set off in pursuit of a Snorlax and spent the next 20 minutes driving around to various locations where virtual creatures were shown on their maps.
Oh, so they legit were just playing, saying, nah, radio off, and they definitely just caught them with their phone in front of them.
They got caught in the moment. They filed an appeal with the court system in California, and the court denied it.
Oh my God.
Like, how did you come? What did you tell your lawyer? Like, let's file an appeal. Let them know that we were playing Pokemon Go.
Tell them it was a shiny. We had to catch that shiny. That's what it is. They probably had to catch it.
Gotta catch them all.
Unbelievable, yo.
Pretty bad.
Nah, that's madness, yo. There's got to be a point where you got to say to yourself, yo, like, nah, let's get to work, yo. Like, let's stop. Let's get to work.
Okay. Nobody's perfect. I get it. People do be at work on their phones, but like, that's during downtime. But you got the call, bro.
Maybe he had a timer. He was on a mission that's about to
No. King Kareem is right. No, he got the call. The call came in. Niner, robbery in progress, and whatever the case may be. Like, the call came in. Come on now. Come on.
Right.
Like, what did they have to say? Officer down, and then you'll go running. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, yo, hey, robbery in progress is not enough to drop your phone and be like, yo, we gotta go.
It's not enough, yo. It's like, nah, we like, this is so important, yo. We get 20 bonus points if we catch this guy. We'll catch the other guy later. Like, he's on camera, right? Robbing the place. Well, we'll get him. Don't worry about it, Captain. Like, nah, man.
Don't worry. You got him, Captain. You gotta get the Snorlax first. Gotta get the Snorlax.
Yeah. They take Super Troopers to a whole new level, y'all. Like,
legit.
Reno 911?
Reno 911.
Yes.
Unbelievable, y'all. So look, we got
a Reno 911 episode for sure.
Look, oh man, let's move on, y'all. We got one more funny talk, man. Party J, what went wrong? What went wrong?
This ain't no favoritism works sometimes, and this ain't no favoritism works, and they screw up. National championship game, college, Georgia Bulldogs, Alabama Roll Tide, Georgia wins. Celebrating on the field and everything. They start passing out the T-shirts. They start passing out the hats. What they forgot to do was pass out the correct hats. So you have all these Georgia players running around with Alabama champions on their heads. And ESPN catching it. Barstool's catching it on the Twitter feed. It was ridiculous. You see him running around, taking hats off everybody, putting the right ones on. Yo, I never seen him more bluff for how much they knew Alabama was gonna win, and they didn't realize to check the correct box and get the correct hats out. Insane.
Yo. So you telling me? So
my man cheesing
Georgia.
Yeah. Cheesing on Facebook and Twitter. Smiling, Georgia jersey. Alabama hat on. Like, yeah, we just won. Cigar in hand.
Wow.
That's the right team.
University of Georgia.
We're gonna have
my jersey.
We gotta post that picture.
Yeah, we got to.
I said it to you guys. Oh my God, hilarious! It's hilarious.
University of Georgia, and then you have the
Georgia
University of Alabama. But for some odd reason, they didn't take the hat and just say,
nah. Someone getting fired.
They didn't do none of that. They just said,
Here you go. You get a hat. You get a hat. You get a hat. Oh, it's the wrong hat. Give me a hat.
Dude, that's you know how happy you are for you to make a mistake like that? Yo, that's beyond happiness. Yo, that's like it doesn't matter. You sure it don't matter? You gave $1 million away as a tip. It doesn't matter. I'm so happy right now. That's that's madness, y'all.
Wow,
and you know,
wild.
and if,
Too wild.
And if everybody doesn't know, they're in the same division, so they're like enemies.
Yep.
Enemies times like infinity. Yep. Like I hate you guys, but you wore your enemies outfit. Like, hey.
I mean, it could have been like a good joke just to be like, we won and we're gonna wait.
Imagine in the back in the locker rooms, they're like, "Yo, I'll give you $100. You switch the box."
Right.
Oh, there was a bet behind side bet.
If they win, you got $100.
You gotta wear their hat.
If you lose,
you gotta wear their shit.
You gotta switch the boxes. This was fun.
Well, right, Steph. Steph is right. It would have been funny if they would have took the hat and said, "Ha ha, kidding," but no, you're celebrating like
when they took you the hat on everything.
The interviews with the hat on. Yeah.
You got pictures of them in front of the camera with the hats on.
Too much sauce, y'all. So that's just hilarious, man. But I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't nothing funny than the two cops who said,
"No, yeah, 100% heads."
Like, Captain, we'll catch these guys later. We gotta catch. Hold on, Kid Curran, what's the name of the animal?
I think it's Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Unbelievable, yo.
It was Pikachu. I'm like, all right, yeah, go get Pikachu.
It's like, okay, get him, but after that, anybody else is whack.
Yeah.
Oh man. So look, guys, this was an awesome show. But before we go, Steph, at the Oracle, what are we gonna talk about next? Well, in the next couple of weeks.
Well, there's so many possibilities, but we've been talking about maybe The Witcher. Maybe we could talk about Money Heist. Maybe we could talk about Squid Games. Maybe Lupin. Free Guy. Don't Look Up. Ghostbusters. There's so many possibilities. So when we figure it out, we're going to definitely let you know what's coming up in the next few weeks in our new episodes.
All right, it's awesome.
Nice.
Here's the picture.
Here's the picture. Look at this guy.
Oh my God! Look at that!
Comfortable in his skin. He's comfortable in his skin. But you know what?
That's all the adrenaline. You know what I mean? That he got going on.
You could tell he was super happy. Like, something about his eyes that scares me a little bit. With the hat on his head. Oh my God, yeah. This is too much. It's hilarious. But look, guys, this was a fantastic show. Party J, thank you. Thank you for coming out. It's been too long, man. And all in due time, we want you to come back and tell us some more. I know you got some goose eggs for us overall in the Marvel universe for down the line. Please come back and share the wealth if you don't mind.
You let me know. I will be here, my brother.
Okay, cool. Steph the Oracle, before we leave, where could they find us?
You guys can find us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker Radio, Radio Public, and iHeartRadio. Guys, don't forget to follow, like, and share on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at 20Talk20, guys.
I'm sorry. I think what I meant to say.
Yeah, you can't stop Dirty with the ones and twos over there.
You gotta limit him. The amount of buds he can pass per episode.
Now, Party J, we can't stop the architect from shining. It's impossible. Yo, it's a toy, and he's never gonna stop playing with that toy, yo.
Never.
And he's got his wife by his side, so it'll never stop.
I was like, press that one. I was like, press that one.
Football is life.
Oh my God, football is life. So look, we're about to sign off. This is your boy Earn B.
It's your boy King Karim.
Your boy Dirty.
And Steph Diarco with special returning guest, Party J. Thank you so much for coming with us, Jay, again. Thank you so much.
For sure, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Peace and love.
Bye, everybody. Good night.